Welcome to Conversations about Crystal Healing with Crystal Master Uma Silbey. I'm Becca Reed. Hi, Uma.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Good, good. I'm excited to learn about the third chakra. I don't know a lot about this one, and I'm interested to know more. So can you talk a little bit about the color and where it's positioned?
Yeah, I'll say something about this because it's a very, very, very important chakra. It has to do with your subtle nervous system and your physical nervous system. And your physical and subtle nervous system, of course, are, all not even intertwined. They influence each other, they're part of each other, and so forth. So this is the site, this third chakra, where 72,000 subtle nerves all converge, and they're like regulated and they're sent places and to do their job. So it's like energy center, power center. This is the seat of your personal power. It doesn't mean you're a bully or, you're mean or any of that stuff. It's personal power. Personal power can be very quiet, more like the immovable mountain or certitude, grounded. But so that feeds you not only personal power, but it feeds you energy.
So it's yellow, I see.
Yeah, appropriately enough, it's the color of yellow, like the sun. This is a yellow fluorite. Look at that. That's a natural crystal. That's its shape.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they're beautiful. This is a great crystal for this third chakra, which is roughly where your belly button is. Some people say, well, it's 2 inches up. Some people say right on your belly button. But that belly button, that area is the center. But the chakra, if this is the center, it's got an aura, it floods your body, especially in that area. You're subtle and which affects your physical body. But so you've got the power of the sun. Now, if your third chakra is weak, maybe you're stressed, you're under a lot of anxiety, you're constantly angry, which affects your stomach, among other things. But you're going to drain that chakra and it's like draining a battery. And if you don't replenish that chakra, is like, it's just not very active.
So you would lose your power. What physical things would happen?
Well, you might have stomach issues, constant indigestion. You might, it might affect your intestines, especially upper intestines, might affect your kidneys, I mean, there are other things that will affect them, but you would check there, anything in that stomach area. Now, when you're under stress, you've heard people say, oh, I've blown my adrenals. It affects your adrenal glands. So when you feed this center with yellow, it will feed those adrenal glands. Now, there's differences in color. Like this here is a yellow jade.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's really something.
Yeah, that's the color. And like this is a very light yellow aragonite. Yeah.
So what would be the difference in using the bright one versus the light one? Wow.
This is like, this is like gentle I go in. Yeah. This is a strong yellow, but gentle. See, it's transparent, translucent. You can see through it. So it's more like that kind of energy. Now, if you want to make this like you need immediately energy into that center, then you would combine it with clear quartz, probably single terminated, so you can just send in. Okay. So just as an aside, anytime you're sending in energy, like For instance, you may place this yellow crystal right on the navel point, and then use your clear crystal to visualize sending a beam of golden light right into that crystal on the belly, and then just energize it. But to do that, anytime you energize or send out energy or bring out energy, say you want to release from that chakra, you circle it, hook it, and release. Circle, hook it, release into the earth. So there are a lot of ways to work with the qualities of the yellow. I use this stone a lot, and I use yellow calcite a lot too, that one. That's a natural crystal shape.
It's beautiful.
This is a very soft stone. So is this. So you have to wrap them and protect them. Yeah.
So what is this chakra known for? That's the wisdom of the belly, I know.
Oh, well, yeah. You know, you ever had a gut feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the wisdom of the belly. The belly knows on a very gut level. There's an intelligence there, like there's an intelligence in your heart center. There's an intelligence in your brain and your third eye. And, every chakra actually has its intelligence. But it's very easy to relate to a gut feeling. Mm-hmm. So when you're activating this center, what you can do, and what you will probably do, is activate the ability to discern, to hear that gut feeling, to be aware of it, and to express it. Mm-hmm. Some people, there's like, oh, I could be wrong. So you're not allowing its expression. But when you activate the belly, the third chakra, you have the strength to activate the expression of the wisdom of the belly, as well as your ability to hear it. Mm-hmm. Now, you've probably had known instances where you've ignored that gut feeling and you've suffered for it. You just had a feeling that was going to happen, and it did. So really, what we're doing in activating this third chakra is we want to balance it with all of the others. If I'm working on the third chakra, I'm going to balance it with the third eye generally, with the heart center in the middle. Then I may work on the throat center with turquoise, so I can express this gut wisdom. This fifth chakra, or the throat chakra, is all about expression of wisdom. Particularly, it also helps you talk and to people in a way that works. But so when you have the wisdom of the belly, you may want to connect it with the throat and the heart. So you have the wisdom of the belly, you have the wisdom of the heart that lets you know whether you should speak, how you should speak, how you can be compassionate, understanding, loving, and understand it may be your viewpoint. That helps to have the heart. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you combine that with the third, and then you combine that with the expression. You express yourself wisely.
Well, that's always nice.
Yeah, that's always nice.
That's a great trait.
Yeah. And if you are putting out a lot of energy in life, either you're in a very stressful situation, you're with people that are just high energy, and you're like, ugh, strengthen your navel point. Mm-hmm. Also, if you're very intuitive, you see, you're psychic, whatever, your top chakras are open, but you're not well grounded into the physical plane, it helps to strengthen the navel point. There is a sound that does it. It's like hara, and you on the ha, you feel in your belly, you contract it a little, let it go on, but hara, hara, and that feeds strength into your belly. Sometimes I'll put a yellow crystal there and do that meditation. But I had a yoga teacher. I've always been very intuitive, and I barely had a foot attached to the earth, you know, because that's what I thought enlightenment was. I didn't realize there's a, you know, from earth to the heaven energies flow, you know. So anyway, every morning he would close my third eye that I'd spent all night doing a meditation to open more. And he would have me do this meditation that basically was hara, 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 contracting my stomach at the navel every ha. And I did that 2 hours a night for about a year. And it really balanced me. It was just what I needed.
Ah, interesting. So what changes did you experience over that period of time when you were practicing that?
Besides going out into the heavens, because when you do a repetitive sound, it takes your consciousness, you know. You sometimes lose your sense of your physical boundaries. You can have vision and all that, but basically you don't want to pay attention to that. You want to let yourself go with the hara, hara, because you're working on that third chakra.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Is that like the tones that you use for other chakras? This is more, it's not tony, it's more like a...
Well, that is actually a yoga, it's sound current yoga, but it's
more like percussion.
There's a physical element to it. You know, you're working your focus on the mantra. You're doing the hara, which ha ra. That's right from the belly. That's where you make that sound come. You know, but you go through all kinds of mental, emotional, spiritual changes. You know, you get very, very strong. But I think in a gentle way, you know, you don't turn into a mean person.
Now, when we talk about strength in this context, what are we really saying?
Personal strength.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have the power to hold your own in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To have boundaries, not that it's going to hold everybody off and be impermeable steel wall, but just boundaries. You know, you have a sense of self. And it, well, that's so important, you know, especially when you're getting an onslaught like we do. You just have that sense of self and certainty, not that you have to be right all the time. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Your immune system can become stronger. You're healthier because you're stronger. You've fed your body with energy. Anytime you feel exhausted, you know, envision the golden light flowing into your navel point and flooding your body and flowing outward to create an aura, golden aura around you, and you are very sunlight in a gentle way. That's a wonderful meditation. And it will strengthen your third chakra, and it will help harmonize it with the others. Yeah. Because if your third chakra is too strong in relationship to your other energy center, that's where you find someone being a tyrant or a bully, or, you know, because there's a certain insecurity with like having a hole in your energy center, your main energy center, you know. Mm-hmm. A hole instead of a mountain, which you don't want either. You want even ground. Yeah. Yeah. So it's counterintuitive. Someone that is, I mean, there's psychological reasoning with all of this, and I'm working on that in another book on emotional healing, but there's psychological, emotional aspects to all of this, but also physical aspects. Mm-hmm. So if you have someone that's in fear all the time, you're afraid of life, you know. Well, if you're, first of all, you're attached to the energy of the planet by being deeply rooted, that tends to allay some fear. And I'll add anxiety to that, you know. And then this lack of sense of self, you know, which comes out in various ways. It can come out in depression, which is anger turned inward. You know, can come out in just, oh, I can't do that. Yeah.
Defeated.
Oh, sort of like that.
Mm-hmm.
You lack a sense of personal power. Personal power is tied to your personal creativity.
Mm-hmm.
It's also tied to the strength of your body and your, but you're able to hold your own on all levels.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it's a very important chakra.
So what kind of crystal pattern would you use to strengthen your or someone else's third chakra?
Well, I would first put a smoky quartz crystal, lay them on their back, preferably.
Mm-hmm.
Put a smoky quartz crystal pointing outward from the bottom of their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Then put a clear quartz crystal pointing outward from the top of their head.
So
then put a rose quartz or a green in the center of the chest, the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these, be very gentle, make sure the stones are ready to be accepted, And then I would place a yellow crystal on the navel. I would start with a gentle color.
Mm-hmm.
If later, when I'm adjusting stones as the healing ebbs and flows, I might go with a stronger color for a while. You can change stones during the healing. So after doing that, I would put a crystal on the throat center. And when I do these, I might have the person or myself, you can do this for yourself, breathe in and out through each crystal in each center, feeling it open and energized as you lay it on. And you can guide someone to do this. Yeah. And then I may put a crystal on the bottom of my spine, a red one. That's the first chakra. That's grounding. That's earth energy. And a lot of things we'll talk about later. But anyway, I would put that at the base of the spine. Yeah. And then you want to have an orange one in maybe about 3 inches below your belly button, second chakra. And then, after we've opened these, then you want an amethyst there in between the clear crystal, and you rest it right on your head. So that's your basic balance. And then if you find that navel balance is dull or overactive, then you can decrease or increase the yellow or lighten the color. See, this is very gentle, just enough. Yeah. Or you can do, here's another one. This is another aragonite. Aragonite, you have light and you have dark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like buttercup.
So this aragonite, so you can really activate it with that. So you do different things. And after the navel crystal does not act alone, nor does the chakra. They're all interacting with each other. So you'll find yourself, you tune in to like the river of knowledge. You tune into your gut feeling, you tune into your intuition, you tune into all your senses. And then if the crystals don't seem like it's time to be there anymore, you change it to what it seems like it needs. And for people that are wondering, like, what do you mean it seems like, how do you know? Well, when you go into a room and there's a crooked picture and it's just like, it's off, and you're just dying to change it. When you finally go and you put the picture correctly on the wall, you feel a sense of, yes, that's what you're looking for with your stones. And you'll feel it, especially the more and more you can concentrate.
Can you share a meditation for that, for strengthening the third chakra?
Yeah, sure. I will do this. Now, I always tell you, but I'm going to tell you again, if you're driving, this is not a good time to do this meditation. So you can come back and listen to it. Okay.
Pause and listen to it later.
Yes, pause. So let's see. Sit upright in a chair. spine straight, feet flat upon the ground. I'll give you some time to get there. And when you're in your chair with your feet flat, spine straight, close your eyes. Just let them fall closed. And now bring your attention to your heart center in the middle of your chest. Feel as if your breath is flowing in that heart center and out that heart center, in and out. And it's as if your heart there softens, your chest softens, your back relaxes, your shoulders relax. In the heart and out the heart. And now shift your attention from your heart center to your belly button, to that area of your belly button. See it in your mind's eye as whirling with a beautiful golden light. Beautiful yellow golden light. And as you focus your attention on that golden light, let the small of your back relax. Relax your buttocks, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, and feel your connection with the earth. And now breathe in yellow light. Breathe out yellow light. Now, every time you breathe in the yellow light, imagine it filling your body. Fill your body first around your navel point so that that whirling lighted disc grows larger and larger. And you feel stronger and stronger. You feel the strength of your sun, the sun itself flowing in through the navel with every in-breath and out with every in-breath. Fill your body with golden light. Relax your jaw, your shoulders, your back, the lower part of your body, your feet into the earth, relax. And now bring that golden light into your navel point, into your belly, in the sun, out, in the sun. And now fill your body with sun. You're strong, you're powerful. You are one with the universe, one. Here is the sound that resonates from your belly. Ha, ra, ha, ra, ha, ra, ha, ra, ha, ra, ha, ra. Breathe in a soft yellow light into your belly. Let it fill you with joy. Relax. And now feel the floor beneath your feet. Just move your feet, maybe stomp them on the floor a little, move your body, move your head, through your heart. And now open your eyes and be here.
That's amazing.
Yellow.
Every time you would say relax a thing, it would be tight. It would be right on the money. Relax your jaw. I'd be like, oh yes, my jaw is tight.
Yeah, well, when you do these meditations, you try to be aware of the people you're doing them with. I mean, if I'm doing, I used to do a lot of appearances, I hardly ever do anymore, but I used to attune myself to the audience so that we were one then I would know what to say in the meditation and where to have people relax and the type of light and on and on and on. Yeah, it's a circle of energy, you know, you're not just not talking at people. So I feel like even though we're over video, that it's a circle of energy, you know, as you do these meditations, as you listen and take in this information, you know.
Yeah.
So it's information that I've learned over, you know, I don't know, 50 years of practice or whatever, and a lot of very fine teachers. And just, you know, you do it and you see what works. And if it works for you, then use it. But if it doesn't work, don't use it.
Yeah,
You know,
sort of like your
things, yeah, it depends on your energy, what stones will work for you at any one time, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's your belly wisdom.
Yeah, and your third eye and your, you know, all of the chakras, but your ability to harmonize with the stone. Like I teach people how to feel the stones, you know. I mean, this, if you point that right on that healing energy center in the hands, right in the middle of the palm, and you just move that stone around. The more you focus, eventually you'll feel a little buzz. And that is your connection with the stone. So then you practice moving the stone up and down while maintaining that connection. Eventually you can feel it way up. You can feel the energy of the chakras, and in this case, the navel point, you can feel it from across the room when you're practiced, but you can certainly feel it with your hand or the crystal 6 inches over the body. You know, so you learn how to do this. A lot of it is practice.
Yeah, I think that is true, the practice part, because it isn't, there's a whole, what is it, Da Vinci, I think, said that there's a difference between knowing something like in your head and actually doing it, or like making it appear in real life, realizing it in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in crystal healing work, you'll be a lot more effective if you're harmonized and in tune with your stone. So you know, whether you know the name of that stone or not, you will know exactly what to do in that moment of healing. Each moment is different. You're different, the stone's different, the other person's different, the environment's, you know, the universe is shifting and changing. It's never static. So you want to tune in. It's helpful to memorize some things that stones do in general, or, you know, information's always good, but ultimately you have to be able to feel your stone and be in tune in the moment. By the way, with the navel point, when you're doing a lot of energy work, it takes a tremendous amount of energy, particularly on your subtle nervous system and your physical. So you want to be sure to strengthen your navel point. That's why my teacher had me doing it.
Yeah. So you need to be, your energy needs to be powerful in order to share.
Yeah, but in a compassionate way. That's why I always try to join the heart chakra with the navel point. Yeah. And then, of course, with higher awareness helps.
Yeah, there's nothing beating that.
No, nothing beating that. No, except maybe love. I think love.
I think that is love, isn't it? I mean,
well, yeah, I don't differentiate between them actually.
That's the stream of communication, the energy of communication.
Yeah, it's all love.
Rides on.
Yeah, it's all love.
Yeah, as the Beatles like to say, all you
Yeah.
So where can people find out more about you?
Oh, well, I have a website, umasilbey.com, and that's spelled U-M like mother, A, S like Sam, I-L, B like boy, E-Y, at AOL.com. Or that's my email. That's not going to show you a lot. That's if you have a question, you can email me. I do think my email's on my webpage, but anyway, umasilbey.com is my webpage. I have a YouTube station, as you probably know. I'm going to be recording a whole lot more of these with Becca, because I have so much information that people have given me and that I've learned over all these years that I like to share it, you know. I also have books out. I don't know if you can see it. This Ultimate Guide to Crystals and Stones has been out a couple of years. It's everything you'll want to know about working with crystals and stones. I wrote one of the first crystal books ever in the, what, 83, 84, I don't know, something like that. But that one's gone out of print. Oh, and this one, Crystal Ball Gazing. Simon and Schuster carries this, and it's all over the place. It's on Amazon, as are the others. And that's everything about working with a crystal ball, but not just mystical woo stuff. There's really practical things you can do, and it's a great way to build concentration. Yeah, memory,
Focus.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this great information and for
Yeah, and I'm hoping that people will subscribe to this, and then I can keep doing this more and more and more, because if people are interested, then I get even more excited about it.
And if you subscribe, then you get reminders that there's a new version. There's
I didn't know that. What do you mean?
Yeah, if someone subscribes, they get a little email saying that there's a new video from Uma.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you learn something new every day.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you for your time today. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we go?
Oh, geez.
Oh gosh, you have a lot.
I think we said it all. I mean, you know, I just can't reiterate enough that love is the center of it all. God, self, guru, love, it's all the same, you know. And I can go on and on and on and on. Maybe we'll do a session on We Are Not Our Bodies, or who we are. Who are we? You know,
who are we? Yeah.
Yeah. I think as you do the crystal work and you become very involved in working with subtle energy, it's obviously that we are not a physical body. We're not just our mind, that there's a realm that is well beyond this, of which we partake.
Yeah. That little
that's exciting.
Yeah.
It gives you a chance. Working with stones and crystals gives you a chance to hang out in some of these realms of larger awareness, and you know.
Yeah. Yes. So true. Yes, we are not our bodies, which is great to know, because they don't last.
True. That's a very practical consideration. Yeah. Well, when you realize the physical body is not particularly solid on a larger level, then you become even better with your crystal work. And in the process of working with your crystals and stones, you'll discover things like that. You'll experience things like this. You know, I mean, I've done healings that, well, I shouldn't say I do the healing. You set the conditions and healing happens. But while I was assisting the healing to happen, I mean, I've seen incredible things that defy, you know, what is supposed to happen in the physical world, you know.
Interesting.
But in a larger world, they make perfect sense. Yeah.
So removing the boundaries
with your crystal healing.
Yeah. Keep working.
Keep working. Keep having fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy, be happy. I always tell people that it's a mantra, Amir Baba. You know, he said, be happy. That was the essence of it, you know, be happy. And then you look at, well, what is happiness?
Yeah.
Then we work with the heart chakra. Happiness is so much more than just, it's universal. It's like love, happiness. There's not a lot of difference.
It is the thing. It is the thing. It's one of my teachers says that your purpose in life is to find joy. You're just
and that's profound. It may sound frivolous on the surface, but what is joy?
Yeah,
that can be a lifelong investigation.
Oh yes, yeah. It's not,
and it's not just to walk around being happy. Yeah,
it's something else. It's
something deeper than that.
Yeah, the deep joy,
and it's very calm. Joy is glorious and calm at the same time.
That is the dilemma with all of this, is semantics.
Yes.
Joy means different things to different people, and it's
Right.
hard to get to the core of it, the fundamental, the very, inside
Yeah.
what.
Yeah. Well, as a writer, writing about these things in my books, I choose my words very carefully, and I try not to make a lot of assumptions that we all have the same experience. And I like to work in a certain rhythm, and, words have overt meanings and subtle meanings. And I try to take very complicated subjects and say them as simply and precisely as I can, but ultimately you can only point.
Yeah.
And then people have to experience. There's something beyond intellectually knowing.
But your energy is in your book. So when
I'm glad to hear that.
it is, yeah, of
I have
course.
meditations there,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you can experience Uma's energy by reading her book or going to her website, because energy is always, it's in everything. You can. Yeah. Oh yeah. Listening to your music is the same. Listening to your meditations is the same. It's the Uma energy.
Yeah, well, I try to, as best I can, do what I can to help create happiness or facilitate happiness, that, and pass on information I've been given. I mean, it's like if you have the best cookie in the world, wouldn't you share it,
I hope so.
Infinitely more fun, because then we can all sort of delight in this together.
Yes, it always does make more fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
If we're all happy, it's much better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for this great talk.
You're welcome.
Sorry, we have to say goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
We'll see each other next week.
Okay. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.